What's going on, guys? Welcome to PNP. I'm here to take your fantasy questions today. Um, Maybe I'll put some thoughts about the whole Dante Jackson going to IR since Rashad did come on earlier and talked about it. I think I might put my thoughts in a little bit about that as well when we got the law with regards to the fantasy questions. It's time for the playoff push, ladies and gentlemen. And because it's time for the playoff push, hopefully you took my advice and got these handcuffs because there was a lot of injuries that went down at the running back position this weekend. What's going on, Jared? What's up, Jackson F? So it's a lot of injuries that went down this weekend, man. Chris McCaffrey's done for the season, so you got to get a running back for that. Dalvin Cook appears he might be done for the year, so now he might be done with that. We already knew about Derrick Henry, but I think we got an idea of who the guy is for him. You got DeAndre Swift. Yeah, is his name DeAndre? Yeah, I think it is DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift from Detroit. He's gonna be out for a bit. Day was cool, Randhausen, man. I had to go into the office today. I had a lot of things to get done. My vacation starts tomorrow, so we see how it goes. But let's get some questions popping. Obvious people that you need to start looking into. I was wrestling between Chuba Hubbard or Miradula, who you should go get. And I'm starting to think Miradula is the guy you need to get. But like I said, this coaching staff is unpredictable. I don't know what they're going to do with McCaffrey. It might be a split type of situation. If Chuba's there, get him too. But I think I want Amir because Amir is going to have the pass catching ability. So for PPR's sake, give me Miradula. Jamal Williams is the guy you need for Detroit, but he's not available in that many leagues, believe it or not. Because Jamal Williams had some level of fantasy value even when Swift was playing. So Jamal Williams, if he's available in your league, you should probably try to go after him because it looks like DeAndre Swift's going to be out for a little bit. If you need a quarterback, Taysom Hill is available in a lot of leagues. I think he's a really good option. Matt Breida for Buffalo is a good running back option. Alexander Madison for Dalvin Cook is a guy you should strongly consider if you need some running back help. Because there's a possibility that Cook might be out for the year. So, I mean, he might play with his dislocated shoulder, but he might not. So you need to go get Alexander Madison, especially if you're a Dalvin Cook owner. Yo, man, I lost count of where I was at. Like, I had a bunch of must-win situations this week because of my record. That Logan Thomas TD that was called back, they should have kept it as a TD because they stayed in the they stayed in the monitor too long to try to overturn it. But that TD cost me a fantasy matchup. When they took it back, I ended up losing by 5 points. That was brutal. That was a brutal one, to say the least. And then I had a couple that I just won easily. I had a couple that I lost, got destroyed. It was bad. I mean, rough day at the office. And by the way, the one that I lost by 5 points, I started Cam that week. So you completely understand my pain right now. When I could have played Wentz or somebody else, but it is what it is. But yeah. But I think if you haven't gotten your handcuff, you need to go get it now. I said a few weeks ago was handcuff season, but if this week didn't teach you anything about handcuffs, I hope you've learned now that you need to go get your guys. The 4 teams on bye this week: the Panthers, the Packers, the Browns, and the Titans. So you definitely need to go and get your adjustments. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, they put AJ Brown on IR on Saturday. That's brutal, sir. That is brutal. That is brutal. Brutal. That's why I've been playing more daily, and I've been playing more underdog. Oh, I've been dropped Ridley, Jared. I've been dropped Ridley. I don't think he's coming back this year. Now watch him show up next week. I mean, I know he's got a lot of things going on, trying to get things situated with his mental health, so I hope he gets that squared away. But yeah, man. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I dropped Ridley. I dropped Ridley right after he said he was stepping away from football. I figured it was going to be a while. And he's still out there in leagues too. Because my thought was if somebody's going to grab him early, it could open up a roster spot, potentially another player. That was my thought process of doing that. Because really ain't doing nothing for you right now from a fantasy standpoint while he gets himself together. But yeah, man. As for wide receivers, Van Jefferson for the Rams, with the injury to, I mean, he might be available when you leave. You're lucky. Yeah, they burned me too, man. Well, they're on bye, so yeah, you got to get a new defense this week anyway. So go ahead and drop them. I'll never tell you to keep defenses on your roster. Yeah, they're safe to drop. Absolutely, they're safe to drop. I'm gonna pull up the PNP league up real quick. Let me see. PNP. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can. All right. Here are the standings. Man, Tony's dominating, man. Tony's got a 2-game lead. Look at Pat. I see you, Pat Coltrane. I see you, man. I see you, bro. Top 6 teams get in. Top 6 teams get in. Those are the breaks, man. I mean, it was the right. It's easy to say it's hindsight. At the time, it was the right call. But I will say this: when I start doing my fantasy videos, in the preseason next year, I don't think I want to have CMC number 1 overall. Yeah, I might talk about Dante Jackson, man. We'll talk about Dante Jackson. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so here are the standings, man. There's I think I'm on a losing streak right now, I believe. I've lost 2 straight. I can't afford to lose no more. Who I got up next? Noli. I hate it for it to be you, brother. And Camaro's coming back. I hate it for to be you, sir. We'll go ahead and throw Camaro up here. Go ahead and get him going. And I'm going to be in New Orleans, man. I'm flying out of New Orleans on Thursday. And I got Jamal. Ooh, I could throw in Jamal Williams. Look at this. My team has changed. My team has changed significantly. Look at that. That's a pretty good starting lineup right there, if you ask me. Even though, we'll see how Saquon do. I'm hoping that Saquon holds out, works out, but we'll see. Because I'm not going to have AJ Brown no more. Thanks. I mean, but we'll see. All right, you want to talk about Dante Jackson? Well, let's pull up the waiver. Let's pull up the waivers in this league real quick. Let's have some fun. Let's look at the ad players real quick. So if you need a quarterback in this league, Tua's available. So if you have Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that, you can go get Tua. Daniel Jones ain't gonna play. It's not looking like he's gonna play. Trevor Lawrence, Teddy Bridgewater, Justin Fields, Jimmy G in the place to be. Taysom Hill, baby. You got options. Now, what about a running back? At running back, you ain't got as many options. Not in this league, at least. Oh, Breida. Breida's there. Yeah, so you got Breida, Michelle, Dallas. Those are only 3. Phillip Lindsay didn't get enough work to warrant it. And wide receiver. I like Kendrick Bourne, man. If he's available in the league, you need a wide receiver. You can consider picking him up because he's still getting he's getting targets. So let's see here. Let me pull up his season. Let me pull up his game logs. He's getting 4 and 6 targets. So that's like wide receiver 2, flex consideration for him. But let's see. Check and see if there's any questions in the chat. I mean, the thing about Taysom Hill is that he's going to run the ball too. So when you take that into account, he might get goal. He's probably going to get some goal line opportunities. He's going to be able to run. He'll run for some yards. So the rushing yards kind of gives him a decent floor. So I mean, so you have a decent floor. He's going up against Dallas, so he's going to have to score points. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at him having a 20-point fantasy day. I don't know if I want to drop Cam. I just don't think I'm starting him anymore. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he burned me pretty bad this week in fantasy. That might have cost me a playoff spot in the league, truth be told. And the thing is, man, when it comes for me and quarterbacks, I build my teams typically to not be quarterback dependent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need my quarterback to get me 20 points a game. I only need my quarterback to get me between 12 and 15. Because I build my team via running backs, wide receivers. Like I build depth. Typically I wait late to take a quarterback. So for me, I only want my quarterback to get me 12 to 15 points. And in the first game he started, Cam got me 26 points. He went above and beyond my expectation. So, against Miami, I'm thinking, all right, 12 to 15. And the thing is, with Cam running the ball on his floor, I would have thought it would have gotten. I mean, the man ran for a TD, so he did what he was supposed to do from that end. He just didn't get no passing yards. But I mean, we don't know what Cam's going to do, man. I mean, you hope it'd be something in between, which will probably still put him in the range of 12 to 15 points, which isn't too bad. But yeah, it's going to be a tough call to start him this week. And tight end, Foster Maru. Because it looks like Mr. Wallen's going to be out a bit. So if you need a tight end, you can take a flyer on this kid, Foster Maru. Jared Cook's still out there in a lot of leagues too, and Jack Doyle scored a touchdown. I don't know how you can hope that can still happen. No, I mean you got Kupp, so you're good. Jefferson's going to be wishy-washy, but right now Jefferson's the 2. At some point, Beckham's going to take that over, but it's fine. Would they take it is the better question. Zeke might. They said that they're going to be limiting Zeke. Another reason why I'm going to be out in some leagues too. If they're trying to ease off on Zeke, that means that Tony Pollard's going to get the bulk of the work. And if that's the case, if Pollard's available in your league, man, I highly recommend you go after him. But he's likely not going to be available. But you never know. I'm hopping on my other leagues right now because this was this. Yeah, last week, man, that was a rough loss last week, man. I'll show it to you guys real quick. This was a bad one. It was a bad loss. Lost by 5 points. I started Cam. And the other mistake I made, I played David Montgomery instead of Josh Jacobs. So, those 2 things did me in. Even though I almost still won, but they called back that Logan Thomas touchdown. That was brutal. Brutal. My man, and ironically enough, he had Waddle and Dolphins defense. He knows I'm a Panthers fan, so you got to understand how much that stung. That stung big time, man. My Panthers did me dirty in fantasy, bro. Zeke, his knee injury flared up, so he Dallas said they're going to limit his touches. They're going to ease him up a bit. So we'll see how that goes. That's what's wrong with Zeke. I mean, that ain't a bad set of 3 running backs to have. I mean, Najee's healthy. James Robinson's been playing. That's not a bad situation. I mean, they've been producing. They just probably had a bad week. Saquon is the only one you can have a legit beef about. Was James Robinson that bad last week? Because I have James Robinson in the league. He did enough for me. Let me see. James Robinson. Pull him up. $11 ain't bad. I mean, that's RB2 numbers. I can't be mad at 11 points. Like, you can't expect your running back to get 30 every week. James Robinson and Metcalf for Leonard Fournette. You hate James Robinson that much, but I feel like he's giving up too much. But Metcalf hasn't done much either. But you don't think Metcalf's going to bounce back after once Russell Wilson gets his legs back? I don't know how I feel about giving up Metcalf and Robinson for Leonard Fournette. And depending on what your other wide receiver situation looks like. Which side are you being offered? Yo, man, yo, maybe Metcalf was dating Sierra, doing a different type of 1-2 step. You shouldn't just consider it. You should do it. I know I'm trying to get as much as I can. Oh, you're being offered Fournette. I wouldn't take that trade, bro. Because I think Metcalf's gonna recover. He won't get double teamed forever, man. Because honestly, I'm a Lockett owner, so if he does keep double team, I'm happy for it. Because that means that's good for Lockett. Nah, I mean, you got to be patient, man. Like, I think CD's legit. I think we just need to wait it out. He'll be fine once he comes back. They do trust him more than Rojo, but I don't know if I would be willing to give up. I don't know if I'm willing to give up Metcalf and James Robinson. Like, I need the whole picture. Like, Juiciest, give me the whole picture. Like, who are your other wide receivers that you're willing to give up Robinson and Metcalf before you decline that trade? Oh, that was Jay Cook. Who's your other folks? Yeah, that's the thing. That was my point, Jared. Like, I don't think I'm willing to give up James Robinson and DK Metcalf because DK Metcalf has wide receiver 1 potential, and that's a hard sell for me to do. You're giving up too much at that point. But all right, man. I guess I should give my thoughts about the whole Dante Jackson going to IR. I posted a comment because I was on break when Rashad went live earlier today, but I was in the office today, so I really didn't have too much time to I couldn't hop in. But hold on, let me finish this. So what? That doesn't matter. Running backs can be successful in losing squads. He catches passes out of the backfield. He gets those points. Like that's fine. That might be a better thing because he's staying on the field every play. So that means he's getting the screens. That's points, buddy. We're moving the interview to tomorrow. We're scheduling it for tomorrow. So hopefully, if all goes well, you guys will have it tomorrow. So we had to move the interview to tomorrow. It happens, man. You'd be amazed how often things move. So we got it scheduled. We had to reschedule with them for tomorrow. Well, that's not good. There we go. Now here's the problem, man. Dante Jackson, if he's legitimately hurt, if he's this doesn't help him if he's hurt. Like because he has an injury history. This hurts him more than helps him. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, this could cost him money. Like he had two rough games and then he got hurt. There's no guarantee he's going to get a nice bag because of his injury status. I hope he heals up. I hope he comes back bigger and better than ever. But I think this pretty much confirms that Carolina is not going to re-sign this dude. Got Adams, Samuel, Chase as my two wide receivers in flex with Lockett, Mike Williams, Patterson, and Gronk on the bench. My feelings when my son this guy's gonna go off. No, I mean you play your top guys, man. That's all you can do. I mean, you can't worry about the bench. You know what I'm saying, Grandizer? Like you can't worry about the bench. I know it can be devastating when your bench is outscoring folks, but you play the best guys. So like for you got to play Devontae Adams. You got to play Debo Samuel might not play, so that takes you out a bit. You got to play Jamar Chase, and then you could either play Lockett or if that's Cordell Patterson, I would definitely try to get Cordell Patterson in your lineup. You know what I'm saying? So you just play your best guys. I mean, you don't worry about your bench because the bench, unless you got tiebreakers for if there's a tie for bench points, bench ain't really can't do anything about that. You just play your best guys and hope for the best. Nah, somebody posted the play where he got hurt. I didn't watch it yet, but I believe Quick Play. I think Sheena posted the play. Sheena or Vastash posted the play. I just had it up, man. There's like a 3-way tie for second place, and there's like a 4-way tie for the last two playoff spots. This thing's gonna go down the stretch with 2 weeks to go. I gotta win these next two games. I got Noli this week, so hopefully I can make easy work of Noli. Oh nah, man. I lost. Honestly, ironically enough, I lost when I picked Baltimore to beat Miami. Yeah, the Lanes picks one. I gotta send them a gift. Our cornerback room is freaking heavy right now, man. We're likely gonna re-sign Gilmore, and even if we don't, we got Bouye, Henderson, J.C. Horns coming back. Like we already got a decent set of corners that are already under contract, and Keith Taylor, Henderson. I think Henderson starts. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure we'll probably get below country for the Falcons gig. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a plan out there by. Yeah, I wasn't dude. Like Dallas can do stinkers. I caught Dallas at the right point. The I was kind of hurt about the whole Baltimore situation because they're the number one seed in the AFC. So But Miami looks legit, man. They look good. They look good out there, so it's great. But it is what it is. I play second, but the survival pool is hard. Oh, he's gonna keep his job. It ain't gonna fire. They're not gonna fire Flores, man. Nobody. I mean, maybe Rule, but it's likely nobody at this rate. I mean, if you already got a ticket, you gotta go, man. I'd rather you go than Falcons fans go. Nah, you can't fire them, man. You got to give those guys time to cook. They've done some good things for you guys too. I was thinking that Flores and Greer was having you guys on the right track, but I mean, oh, I've been playing Japanese RPGs. I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm almost done with it. I'm on the final boss, so I'm just trying to get my team ready to play. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5. And I picked up a bunch of games during Black Friday. Like I got NBA 2K22, even though I'm trash at sports games. That might get traded back pretty quickly. Um, I bought um I bought Kirby for the kids. I got the Pokemon games that I gotta go through. I got a few things to work on. And I gotta beat a couple PS5 games too, so I got a bunch. Right now it's Jonathan Taylor. But I said that about Derrick Henry, and the next week he got hurt. So you never know. If I got hired as a coach, I would hire a really good offensive and defensive coordinator because I know a lot, but I got to go to the guys that know how to game plan better than me. So I would hire a phenomenal offensive and defensive coordinator. Like I'll try to convince Eric Bieniemy or somebody else to come run my offense, and I would try to convince like Wade Phillips to come out of retirement to run my defense. How did I lose all the weight? I had weight loss surgery last year. I had the gastric bypass last year. Um, I I think if you're serious about really losing weight and you've been trying for a very long time to do certain things to do it, and you've been like yo-yoing, so to speak, I would absolutely do the weight loss surgery. By far one of the better decisions I've made. Why is he trying to sell Leonard Fournette, man? Hunter Renfrow, huh? This must be a PPR league for him to be asking for Hunter Renfrow. He really wants to get Leonard Fournette off the books. I think the prize he wants is James Robinson, bro. You should counter him. Does he have a better running back than Leonard Fournette? If he does, swap the running back. See if he bites. That's what I would do. Oh, that's sorry to hear that, Grandizer. Yeah, I mean, it's major surgery. I mean, I will say that, but I was out of the hospital in a day. Yeah, like Renfro is a guaranteed target. He's a target monster. Like he gets the targets, he gets the receptions. He don't get in the end zone. But if you're getting like 10 targets a game, I mean, they ain't a bad gig to have. He's willing to trade away his best running back? Why? He must be a bad team if he's out here willing to sell the house. Man, we're not drafting a quarterback this year, guys. I just want y'all to know that. It's gonna be soon, man. I don't think like even though Rashad's starting to get in draft mode, but all these breaking news is getting in the way. He's gonna start doing it. I should watch more college football so I can't help him. I should do that. Yeah, man. My man's desperate, man. Walk away. Don't do any of that. Yeah, he's desperate at this point. Walk away, man. Don't worry about him. We can't resign Cam if he doesn't win any games. Come like I think you guys are talking about. There's some folks that are talking about, oh, we should tank the season. You can't do that. You can't do that if you want Cam to stay. We got to win some games. I mean, Pat pretty much said it on his channel, Grandizer. He wants to do other things. Like he wants to talk about other stuff. Um, you know, he has other things he wants to do, and I respect him for it. But that's the big thing. Like I think I joked with him and told him you're probably going to come back if Cam's still on the roster. And he was laughing. But I think he's serious, man. He wants to talk about other things. And you can sometimes, and the thing is, you watch his show and the way he talks about Panthers topics, but then he also talks about other issues too. Like, and I think he wants to focus on those other issues. I don't think he wants to just be purely a Panthers channel anymore, and I can respect that. Oh, we might regret that. I might argue might regret not taking him over Fields. But like I think we might regret not taking Mac Jones. As much as Matt Rule loved Mac Jones and he still was willing to put his job on the line with Sam Darnold. That says a lot. But now we might regret that one. I think we might regret that. We might regret taking him or Fields, or we definitely gonna regret that one. Oh, it could, bro. It can happen. Don't say no way. It can happen. We lose to Atlanta. It could happen. Like it could definitely happen. I could see if we show up lethargic after 2 weeks against Atlanta, oh, it could absolutely happen. We went out, we make the playoffs. 10-7 will be enough to get in. Y'all saw Ron Rivera out here getting hype after that Monday night game last night, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If Tua keeps playing like this, why would the owner trade for Deshaun Watson? Why would you give up your draft capital? You might as well just grow it what you have. Especially considering you might not know, you don't have you don't know what's going to happen with that situation. Oh man, there's already been those games, man. But if you want to talk about another loss, if we lose to Atlanta coming off the bye, that's going to be it. That's going to be the one. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. The only good thing, if we keep losing, is that I might go to the Bucks game. I might be able to go to the Bucks game because if we keep losing, those prices are going to go down on those tickets. So there's that. If they don't get along, then then that might get him fired. That might get him fired because I don't think the owner ain't trying to give up that type of draft capital. I'm not gonna say it's enough. It's not gonna say it's not his fault. I mean, some of it is on the receivers, some of it's on the offensive line. But in the grand scheme of things, you can't go 5 for 21 and throw 2 picks and not expect people to question. I don't think he's done either. I don't think Cam is done, but he can't have games like that anymore because he's not helping his narrative. He's not helping the narrative. He can't have it. Because I'll tell you what, if he has another bad game like this, we're going to see Sam Darnold this year. Talk to me, man. I'm intrigued. I gotta shut this down though. I'll hit you up in the DMs, bro, because I gotta shut down soon. I would try to go after both, but I'm thinking Abdullah's gonna get the PPR work. Yeah, that was Dante's last game, bro. What's going on, Delvin? How you been, man? Absolutely, I think that was Dante's last game as a Panther. I don't think he's coming back. I don't think he's going to resign. The only way I could see Dante Jackson resign is if he decides to take a pay cut. He's going to have to take a significant pay cut to come back here, and I don't think he's going to be willing to do that. I mean, that's what defenses are supposed to do, right? But that's where adjustments come to play. Like, you know, I mean, that's on coaches, man. It's on coaching. But the thing is, and and I said this yesterday. or actually I said this morning. The numbers that Cam had for a casual fan, they're not going to know about the fact that the offensive line is trash. They're not going to know about the fact that they got out coached. They're not going to know about the fact that wide receivers was running the wrong routes. All they're going to know is that Cam Newton went 5 for 21. And you can't do that. All right, guys, I'm about to close out, and I'm going to hit you up because I might have to. We need to talk. I don't know how many tickets you got, but we need to talk. No, I don't. I'll be surprised. That's the best way I can put it. I will be surprised if they're starting. But you guys asking all these questions when I said I've got to go. I'm hoping that we're going to retain Reddick. I think we're going to retain. Yeah, we're going to retain Reddick. We're going to retain Reddick. We're going to re-sign PJ Walker. I hope we get Luvu and Daquan Jones. But all right, now I'm going to shut it down. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck in fantasy this week, guys, and I'm out.